It's just a fun, crazy, wild, real ride. We're not lying to the audience. Everything that happened on the screen actually happened. And there's a great story behind it all that I think people will be very surprised with and have a lot of fun with. And this guy's in it.
And it's fucking awesome.
And it is fucking awesome. The Fast and the Furious in this film are just such completely different movies. But
Immediately people are gonna be like, oh, race car film, another race car film.
right.
You know, but
Fast and the Furious didn't start the genre, nor will they end the genre. Our director, his whole pitch to me when I first talked to him was he wanted to do a throwback to the classic films that really kind of started this sort of genre. Like such as Bullet, Vanishing Points, Blues Brothers, Smoking the Bandit, all of those great classic car movies where they actually did do all of the driving, and so that's why all of these stunts were all practical.
I think Blues Brothers has the biggest car pilot in movies.
They love, yeah. Well, what attracted me? The script was just, it was on my desk, and I gotta be honest, I was a little hesitant. But then once I started reading it, I was just instantly, I found myself instantly invested in these characters, and there was a really great story behind it all. And then with Scott's vision, how he wanted to do a throwback, it got me very excited. I have been on tracks before, and just like one day on the track or 2 days on the track, but. Nothing like this, but that was the thing with Scott. He's like, if you want to do this movie, I'm going to need you to be in the driver's seat, and I need you to, I don't want to lie to the audience. I want the audience to know that you're actually the one driving. And with that said, I drove a lot, but I definitely didn't do all of my driving. I mean, we had the best stuntman in the world doing jumping over the lane of traffic. That was not me. Driving off the cliff and being caught by this man.
That was not me.
That was not me. That was not. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was the thing. He's like, I need you to learn how to drive. So there was a lot of long days on the track. But he did learn how to fly, though.
Yeah, which is cool.
Legitimately, he during those scenes, they're like, all right. Go. Yeah. It was him with come on.
You had no choice. It was like when you have Scott Wall in your face, it's like, yo, bro, doing it for real, bro.
No CG, bro.
Yeah, no CG.
Yeah,
I was
all
like, what? I think I was actually asking Scott for the sequel to get me in a car just for a second.
Yeah.
Drive down the block to the store or something.
So they're in the.
No, we don't know, but we had such a blast shooting this first film, and if people like it, if people want more, we'll
Yeah, definitely.
I've never really been a part of a huge action film before, but I've been a part. I was doing this show for this past sort of 6 years it took to shoot Breaking Bad, and with film, I always gravitated towards the smaller, low-budget, independent films, and maybe because that's the only people who would have me.
Not anymore.
But yes, I started Need for Speed literally the day after the final day of Breaking Bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I was working. Brian Cranston and myself were the only actors working on the final day of shooting Breaking Bad, and then DreamWorks had a plane. Like a small little plane, something that he would fly around, waiting for me at a small little private airport to fly me to Mendocino, California, Northern California. And so I left that night. I arrived, I think, around 1:30 in the morning, and I was on set at 6:30 in the morning the next day.
It's wild, man. I didn't go in trying to, pull a Will Smith on this movie. I mean, though it is awesome to do it, that wasn't my motivation. I want to always be an actor first. And while we were on set, Scott was just bouncing around some ideas. I want to do a song for the movie, and I was just like, and then I just kind of, it's true. Then I just kind of got into that. I worked on some stuff with my partner, Dr. Genius, who you guys know from Day and Night and a bunch of other records. And we got in the studio. Scott Wall came through and brought, I think it was like the last 3 minutes of the film. So what I did was I scored the last 3 minutes of the film and then made a song around that. So what you heard was like made to play out where it is in the film, you know. And like I said, I didn't go in this trying to put any more added pressure, but you know, when you have people really inspired and people that like, you know, are fans of your work in other mediums and stuff, and it's just kind of, sometimes it all works together. And thank God we came up with a song that was dope.
You
know?
did such a great job.
Thank you. Well, I had him come to the studio immediately.
I did, yeah.
I wanted
gotta
to
show
make
you
a theme
this.
song for him. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, man, we have to have the ultimate hero song for Aaron. I mean, he needs to just be able to fucking put this on in the morning and jog 10 miles. So like, I had him come to the studio and see if he was feeling it, and he was. And from there, and that was just the beat, because I didn't want to start writing shit, and he didn't like it. So they were feeling the beat, and I just went in, and it came out because, you know, Scott Wall wrote down a bunch of different like keywords to keep in mind, like themes in the movie, and you know, the wizardry. I don't know. It happens sometimes. Thank God we came up with this song.